that new whip. Hey, who's that dude drip?
And we're live.
Welcome to BETT Records, where we talk about hot topics, ideas, and all the shit you really want to hear.
We're live. Here we are. We're going. We're hot. I'm having trouble getting this warhead open, honestly, dude.
Dude, I got mine open in like 2 seconds.
Dude, mine's like melted. All right, so bottoms up. Here we go. We'll start it, and we'll just start going.
Cheers.
What happens? Holy fuck. So, we just played a game of darts.
Yep. How's that new dartboard?
It's pretty cool. It's got like wood and metal and stuff, but
I like how Josh is like significantly more messed up than you are.
I'm holding it in. I'm holding it in my soul.
Yeah, you actually like can talk almost completely.
it's pretty sour, honestly.
Yeah,
Keep putting it in my
is
cheeks.
Josh is coming back to it
Here?
slowly.
Thanks, sir.
Yeah.
Those bullseyes are fucking tiny, bro. I
Yeah.
swear.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough, but we got some stuff going. First video in the works. What's up?
First video, testing it out. We'll see if you guys end up seeing it on YouTube or if my phone shits out again. Because last couple of times, not enough phone storage. Shit fucking died on me.
Yeah.
The shit's sour as fuck.
We tested it during Giants, so it should be fine.
Yeah, that was a time lapse though, so we'll see. Maybe see that time lapse on TikTok. I might throw it on there just to throw it on there. Dope dartboard. I like with the lights off. Definitely, you can see the shit better.
So,
Yeah.
Justin, tell us about this Masvidal thing you've been talking about all day.
Yeah, so last night around midnight in Miami, Colby Covington was out with Nelk Boys. And
Oh, really? That's kind of cool.
they posted on their story where they were, and Masvidal showed up masked and hooded and assaulted Colby from behind, fracturing his tooth. And
Damn.
Masvidal is going to be facing felony battery charges.
Yeah, what the hell?
He fractured Colby's tooth and messed up his wristwatch. I'm trying to find words for this because we all know what kind of guy Masvidal is. You know,
Yeah.
a street guy, doesn't take too kindly to talking. Colby is saying stuff about his kids, but didn't talk about his kids negatively. He talked about him as a father, being a bad father. He never said anything bad about his kids. And my whole thing was, okay, that pissed you off. You guys had a fight. You had 25 minutes in there with him, and you didn't do jack
Yeah, no,
shit.
locked octagon. Like I feel like that's the whole point of MMA, and why it's so popular is because you can have these beefs, and then you go in this cage and you just beat the shit out of each other. But you got to leave it in the octagon. I mean, that's the whole kind of point of it, you know.
Yeah, you already made your contract out of it.
I mean, is Masvidal gonna get cut by the UFC now for this kind of stupid act?
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
You have to remember what Conor did a couple years back with the bus.
No, that's true.
And he got charged with a lot of things. Masvidal is not in jail right now, but he's going to get arrested, pretty sure, because it's one thing if you see someone go right up to him and start a fight, but mask up, hoodie.
Yeah.
How did he not think he wasn't gonna know who it is? Like, would he not recognize like Masvidal's stance or something, or why do you think he even wore a mask just so it wasn't on cameras and that obvious? Like,
Yeah, because then he could say, "Oh no, that wasn't me."
yeah.
How did they find out it was him?
Because Colby said it was his voice. He said, shouldn't have talked about my kids. And he could just see his hair. It was
Right. Yeah. I was gonna say you can only hide shit like that to an extent, but if you're talking and saying shit that makes sense to someone else,
Then he even posted something on social media this morning saying, like, good morning to everyone except someone who talks about someone's kids. So
Yeah.
you just exposed yourself.
Just kind of stupid in general on that regard.
A lot of fighters are asking, like, is Colby going to press charges? And
I mean,
100%.
I would if I were him.
Somebody just comes up behind me like a fucking punk and does that shit.
Yeah, that's pretty fucked up.
Yeah. UFC fight this weekend. Anything huge,
Fight night, right?
spectacular?
Curtis Blades in the heavyweight main event.
Okay.
In Columbus.
Okay.
Chris Dawkins, he's fighting.
I like
So
Dawkins.
that'll be
He's a good fighter.
Yeah. Not really as exciting as a pay-per-view, but
Sure.
it is what it is.
That one's
Okay.
the following week, right? That's the big one.
I think that's 2 weeks from now.
2 weeks, yep. Okay. We'll touch more on that when that rolls around. But
Yeah.
yeah, more to happen. You might see stuff. We're going to have a little event here this weekend, so you might see stuff based on that on our social media.
Yep, we're going to have a bunch of different games with a bunch of buddies as well for Saturday. We'll definitely make some content out of that. But speaking of games, NFL offseason has been nuts already. Biggest signing within the past week. Do we want to talk about Deshaun Watson?
I was thinking Matt Ryan, but
That's a huge one as well. Let's start with Matt Ryan, and then let's go to the big trending story. So Matt Ryan to the Colts for what? I think it was a 6th or 7th round pick or some bullshit this year.
I don't even
Third round?
I don't even
Okay.
know, dude. Like this, I don't even know where to go with fantasy because like last year, there are some moves. There always are, but this year is just ridiculous.
There's maybe 3 or 4 wide receivers that changed or something last year, and that was about it.
Yeah. Now, you got. I think there are probably like 10 quarterback moves this year.
At least 10 head coaches too, which makes a difference. Not for fantasy,
Wide
but still.
receivers. You got Devontae Adams moving. Holy buckets, dude. Tom Brady coming back.
Yep.
The AFC is just ridiculously stacked right now.
Yep.
And the NFC, isn't much better off, but the AFC is just like overloaded right now.
Right.
That one division with Russell Wilson, that one's just crazy.
Can't remember if that's South or East, West. Okay,
West,
okay.
yeah.
Because we got Mahomes and the Chiefs. We got the Bills and Josh Allen. We got
in the West.
Wrong division.
okay. Who else is so Mahomes?
We got Raiders,
Chiefs. Raiders is in that one. That's right.
Chargers.
Then
the
it's
Broncos.
Chargers with Herbert, and then yep.
Russell Wilson with the Broncos.
With the Broncos, yep. What do you think
up?
about the Broncos? With now the addition of Russ.
I think they're going to be overrated, honestly.
Yeah.
I agree.
I think so too. I think it's a tough division to begin with Herbert.
I think they're
Mahomes.
going to be that bottom seed. I think the Raiders are going to be third, and I think the Chargers are going to beat out Chiefs, but I think the Chiefs still make the playoffs.
Yeah, I'm kind of leaning that way as well. The Chargers have been putting some major defensive players through this offseason as well.
Khalil Mack.
Yep. So they've been having a fire offense. It's just the defense that's been really slacking for them. So yeah, with the signing of Mack, and I know there's a couple other guys on that side of the ball as well.
Yeah.
I think they're definitely going to be better off defensive as well as continuing that offensive progression with Herbert as well.
Yeah.
Coming into this season. But let's go back.
Crazy stuff, dude.
Yeah, let's go back to Matt Ryan and the Colts. They already have Jonathan Taylor. I feel like the problem with Denver as well as the Colts are they don't have that star wide receiver.
Yeah.
Yeah, Denver has Jerry Jeudy. Yeah, they have, a couple of those quicker guys, same with the Colts. But they don't have a big top 10, 15, maybe even top 20 wide receiver on either team at that point as well. So I don't know what's going to happen with them, but let's move to the big story of Deshaun Watson. Cleveland Browns, they have an amazing run game we know already with the 2 dual running backs, Chubb and is it Hunt?
Do they keep? And the question is do they keep Baker Mayfield and run some like sneaky deaky shit?
I think they already dropped him.
No,
He's still on the team.
Yep, as far as I know, they still have him. So, kind of the quick story of Mayfield was essentially he released a statement the day before, I believe, the signing, if not 2 days before, of Watson, that basically he didn't know what his future was going to be with the team, all that kind of stuff as well. So, then they went ahead and signed Watson, and kind of here we are. So, I think, Watson should be penalized for a minimum of probably 4 weeks. I'm going to say an estimate of 4 to, let's just say 17 weeks. Probably he's going to be out anyways. Keep
That's
Baker for the pre part of that season. Do they dump him because of the attitude? He's not going to want to play anyways and try to get something else.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. Definitely something to keep your eye on for sure.
Yeah.
Swapping off of football here, just because, it's still off season. There's only, you don't want to blow it out in 1 week here. But, again, if you want to check it out, did we post that list last week on?
Yep, I've been posting a lot of different things on our story as well.
Okay, cool.
So, yeah, if you're following us on Instagram, bet_records, you're going to see, we posted when Devontae Adams was re-signed as well. Let's speak about that movement before we move forward. Are the Vikings the best team now in their division? We got the Lions.
I think
dog shit Lions.
Honestly, I think we're all booty, so it's going to be a matter of who's the least booty.
I guess.
I don't think you can ever count the Vikings out on themselves,
Well,
I think Bears will take last place in the division.
I agree with that. I think the Lions are going to get a lot better this year.
I was telling Josh this. the other week, I had a dream one night, and it was the Bears winning the Super Bowl.
Really?
Yeah.
And you guys were just in Vegas and didn't place a bet on it.
Yeah,
If you would have had that like a week ago, I bet you would have placed a bet on it when you were there.
No.
No, that's a terrible bet.
That'd be a pretty crazy.
But speaking of big moves, Justin Fleury, right? Isn't that how I pronounce his name? Lafleur or whatever? What's his-
Marc-Andre Fleury.
Fleury, yeah. Fleury to the Wild.
Yeah.
Supposedly, Justin was telling me he's one of the biggest names in hockey. He's three-time Stanley Cup winner.
That is correct.
Just got signed to the Minnesota Wild, which pretty much, I mean, being a front office for a hockey team, that kind of a move this late in the season pretty much entails you plan on making a run.
Yep.
Justin, just you being a bigger hockey fan than probably most of us, what do you think that does to the Wild's chances of making it for the first time?
Chances go up highly. I couldn't even tell you the name of the Wild goalie because I'm not a Wild fan.
Yeah. Just a nobody. Obviously not a nobody because they're pretty good.
They're
this
good.
year,
They've
but-
been good. Yeah.
Yeah.
I do think that they will be contenders, will make the playoffs, and possibly make a run. But the thing about hockey is you don't know because when you think in March Madness, a 16 seed upsetting a number one, it's only happened once. 2 seed upsetting or 15 upsetting a 2's only happened 10 times.
Yep.
In hockey, it's not uncommon if an 8 seed knocks off a number one.
Yeah.
Sure.
Well, yeah, it's all about feeling and especially motivation going into the game too. I mean, you just be off a little bit and you'll get skate right by, you know.
Yep.
Like the year the Kings won the cup, they swept number one.
Yeah.
I think it was the Blackhawks they swept.
Yeah.
They ended up going on to win it.
Yeah, it'd be crazy. Playoffs, hockey playoffs should be coming up here pretty darn quick, huh?
Yeah, I think so.
Within the next couple weeks for sure. I know I've been hearing a lot of talk about it.
Yep.
Yeah, and Ovechkin now climbs into third place for most goals all time, passing
Sweet.
who was it that he passed? Was it Mark Messier?
Either way, great accomplishment for him.
Yeah, and he has 120 to go
For
to
the
be
all-time.
leading scorer.
So on his pace, about 3 more seasons, yeah?
Who knows?
Yep.
He's still netting 40 a year. Austin Matthews is actually about to hit 50 goals for this season.
Yeah, I saw that.
He's at, I think this is season 6 for him, and he's already at 250 goals.
Them.
Yeah, it'll be interesting for sure.
Yeah.
That is for sure. Baseball, obviously, we don't really follow baseball, but if you do, you still don't have baseball. Sucks to suck.
Correa to the Twins.
I did see that.
I did see that as well. I don't really know enough about them as well either, though.
He was one of the Astros' best players.
Huh.
Yep.
I think I remember seeing that at least, but
I don't know. Maybe a new era in Minnesota where we have finally some winning teams. We'll see.
Yeah.
It seems like we're making moves towards that.
And who knows, maybe that little hidden meaning in the Twins logo will finally come true.
which one?
So if you look at the Twins logo,
Yep. It's the 2 guys shaking hands over the river.
no, that's that
The old
logo's
logo?
never used.
Oh, what?
So
Yes, it is.
Not as much.
Probably
as
not
they-
recently. Probably not recently. That's
no,
fair.
Like it's not on their caps.
Well,
So,
no, yeah.
The TC.
No, I'll show you.
It's something else now.
If
I didn't
you-
even know they switched.
What you need to do is you need to look at some sports logos and really look at them because you will see a hidden meaning in the logo.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Can you think of another example?
All right, here it is. Tell me when you see it.
Oh, the win.
Yeah, on Twins and underscores.
Oh,
win.
yeah.
Right.
Well, duh, it's the song. We're gonna win, Twins. We're gonna score. We're gonna win, Twins. Watch that baseball score.
What the fuck? I've never heard that in my life.
We'll hit a home
You
run.
obviously
Shout a
were
hit
paying attention when
parade.
you went to the Twins
Yeah.
game.
I don't remember that at all.
Minnesota
I don't remember
Twins
that at all.
today.
But it's just
Yeah.
crazy
It's a banger.
You
the
guys
hidden
weren't singing
meanings
it.
in
a banger.
some sports logos that. Before I came to Minnesota, like a year before, I finally realized that the Minnesota Wild logo is a bear,
Oh, jeez.
and I can't unsee it now.
Mm-hmm.
And
I don't think I've ever
kinda
noticed that.
Spoiled it for me. Like, here's the Capitals.
Yeah.
Do you see something?
W.
Nope.
How do you see a
It's a
bear?
face. Did you see it? It's
Oh,
a
the
face, yeah.
Capitol.
Yep.
Oh,
The
okay.
underscore of the logo is the Capitol building.
It looks more like a cat.
The underscore is the Capitol building.
That one makes sense.
Well, I don't know.
Falcons
Yeah, I
is
guess
an
if you didn't know it was a bear, you might say it was like some of the type of animal. You can tell it's an
I have never
Oh.
noticed that in my life.
Oh, here's my favorite one.
No idea.
So, did you know that the Chicago Bulls logo, if you turn it upside down, it looks like a robot reading a book on a park bench?
What team?
The Chicago Bulls.
That one seems a little far fetched.
I don't see it.
I see.
A robot?
I see the robot.
Let me see.
I see it.
But that
There's
one,
the robot's eyes. Those are its hands. It's holding
do you think
the
that
book.
one was done by
here's
like?
the
Do you think
bench.
that was done by intention? Though?
No.
Probably not.
That doesn't make any
Oh,
sense.
It's like you ever see
Like, that's
the-
pretty clear. You see the
like,
robot
if you
with-
draw
with a
letter
big
4,
frown
it's
on
like
its
a man
face,
taking a
too.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like unintentional.
Yeah.
Nobody was like, oh, let's make the number 4, and then we're gonna make it look like a man taking a shit.
And
No,
I
it
didn't-
just happens to look like
And
that.
this one's really clear. I never noticed it until someone pointed out. In the Dallas Mavericks, the M
Yeah.
on the forehead. I
Yeah.
never noticed that until someone pointed it out. It's right there.
Oh, yeah. Yep, I see it.
Weird.
And did you know the Philadelphia Eagles logo is the only sports logo that faces in a left direction?
You mean right?
Or right, yeah.
Yeah.
Because you know
Well,
how like the
yeah, everything
Falcons
else
goes
faces
this way, the
Yeah.
Eagles goes the other way. It's the only other logo that does that.
Weird.
Falcons looks to the right.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, that's how the F looks. Can't do a backwards F.
Hold on.
But the bird, I think, is what you mean.
Like it's facing
Bird,
this
yeah.
way.
The bird is the word.
Oh, it's facing left, but the wild one was facing left.
No, is it
See, look, Falcons logo.
That faces right.
The wild bear, or was it going left?
Yeah, the wild one looks left too.
No, but like, yeah, the Falcons looking right.
Yes. But the Bears one also looks left.
Well, I guess.
Oh,
I guess
Maybe it's NFL, I believe that. Yep. But anyways, talk about Minnesota sports teams. The best sports team in Minnesota currently, the undefeated Minnesota Loon soccer team. Undefeated. We have let only 2 goals in this season of 4 games. So not a bad kind of stretch here to start the season. Next game is next Saturday. I posted a TikTok of the last game if you want to check it out. Bet Records on Instagram and TikTok as well. But pretty dope game. We scored 1 goal. We played against a super trash fucking team. We
Oh,
should
that's
have
good.
scored at least 2 or 3.
At least we're
But
undefeated.
Yep, undefeated to start the year. We re-signed a forward. I can't remember what country he's from. Luis Amarilla. We had him 2-3 years ago when COVID hit.
Yep.
And they canceled most of the season due to COVID, so then he went back, and then we just re-signed him this season. I believe he has 2 of our 5 or 6 goals already this season as well. So he's been doing pretty good on the sports sheet. Not so much for when I watch him. I can't stand to watch him play. But other than that, probably one of the best sports right now. Just a little bit of bias, not a big deal. But let's fix this before you make more of a mess. Sticker.
And that is how that goes.
Yeah, there goes Trenton.
There goes Trenton. Wow.
So not only did someone go to the bathroom and not flush the toilet, but this guy likes to mess with all the toilet paper. So there's a little bit of mess in
I woke
there.
up this morning and saw that. He also chewed one of our remotes.
Jesus
Volume
Christ.
remote for down here.
The subwoofer one? Ah, son of a bitch.
Alright, buddy. He brought it all the way upstairs. Too.
Is it still in working order?
Yeah, it still works.
It's just a little rough around the edges, right, buddy?
What else? He really likes your shoes.
Yeah. What is he? So you've had the dog for now what? 2 months?
Yeah.
Yeah. Pros and cons. The biggest pro, the biggest con, the biggest thing that he chews up or maybe gets into. That's a big no-no.
I mean, honestly, in my opinion, there's not really any cons. It's kind of expected.
It's just how it is when you get a puppy. No, that's fair. That's
Yeah.
fair.
The number 1 con doesn't happen anymore, where he would shit in the kennel.
Yeah,
and
that
roll
was only
around
like
it
a week
on
or
purpose.
two.
Oh my
That's
God.
fair.
He was pissed at you, and then you
Right.
open the kennel door, he would jump on you.
Yeah, he doesn't really do that anymore.
That's good. That's good.
And guess who had to clean it up?
You like one time.
Yeah.
Besides toilet paper, though, is there anything else huge that he chews up, gets into? Just kind of everything normal.
The other day I saw he completely destroyed a charging cable.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And the color cards that I brought back from work for us to look at the wall, he completely destroyed one.
Yeah.
No.
And there's plenty more to go on.
Yeah.
Nothing too crazy.
I'm
honestly,
surprised
though.
that, I mean, and I've never had a dog, but.
Yeah, our table in the
Yep.
basement,
Yeah,
he
chewed up the
end of it.
bottom.
Oh, yep, the wood. I knew that on the bottom. But I was kind of surprised that he even fucks with like cords and shit. 'Cause he was fucking with my computer cord the other day when we were recording. But like that's like a cat thing. You know what I mean?
That's a dog thing.
It is
It could be
too.
a dog thing,
Okay.
so I'd say.
Yeah,
And I've never had a
he's
dog
got
either,
about-
so I don't know.
He's got
but-
about a month or two where he's gonna still chew on shit, and then he's gonna be about done. That's what the kind of vet told me. So I was like, all right, cool, sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah, once his teething is so.
Yeah, it's just that he's teething, and he's like, I need to chew on fucking something. That's why we need to have toys. Like that's why I have toys everywhere.
Yeah.
So he
Yeah.
Pick one and chew on that
those,
shit.
yeah.
Yeah.
Makes total sense.
Yeah, I suppose that makes sense. Yeah.
But yeah.
It's really weird because we see him every day,
hmm
and to me, he hasn't grown at all. But it's because we see him every day.
Right.
You know,
He's definitely way bigger.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he definitely is. But yeah.
the only one who would notice the difference is you guys. 'Cause you see him bi-weekly.
Yeah. Yeah. And even then, it's kind of hard because every week, you know, it's
Sometimes
not a
it's
huge
not-
difference.
Yeah,
but
a little bit.
yeah, I could tell when we were looking at him one day, like, oh, he's maybe a hair bigger than my cat, and now it's like, yeah, he's definitely bigger than my cat, bro. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. So like those comparisons, definitely. But yeah, otherwise, when you're there, I mean, I was gonna say it's just like a kid. You know what I mean? Same thing.
You
You're
don't
watching
really
that
notice,
shit. No, yeah.
And so when the snow all melted, it revealed all of his shit on the lawn.
Oh yeah, I'm sure he's tough.
And that was the pure definition of sweeping something under the rug, take a shit, and then just snows all over. And
Yep.
once it melts down, there's the problem.
There's it
Yeah.
is. Yeah.
Well, at least we got some more snow to cover it back up. Worry about it a different day, huh?
Yep.
Worry about it on
I
Thursday.
picked up the majority of it, but
There you go.
it's one of those things that once you pick up a lot of it, finding the rest of it, it's like difficult.
Yeah.
Because now it's discolored with the grass, and also he's been peeing there, and when dogs pee on grass, it
Kills the
dies.
grass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
So that's gonna be fun.
Sure. Have you seen that? Like, is there spots everywhere? Or, yeah. Okay.
Just
I
where
didn't
he
even
was
know
peeing
that.
in the winter.
Yeah. Yeah. I suppose that makes sense.
There's
yeah.
really nothing you can do about that.
No. I mean, just throw
It'll
some
happen.
grass seed on it every summer and color it
It'll
in.
happen. It's whatever.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, he's not gonna
But-
go in the toilet like a normal human being.
You could though. They have probably not for dogs, but for cats.
I think you could try
The litter
that.
box.
For cats, they have a toilet trainer for cats.
Yeah, you can
So they jump up on the fucking top of the seat thing, and I don't know if it catches it in the bottom or there's something that
Well,
you.
you can also train a cat to use the toilet. Here's the
Well,
thing.
that's the thing. But there's like there's something you hook on the bottom of the seat. I've seen it before because a friend of mine had it.
Yep.
That obviously, in case they slip and fall in, it catches them obviously.
Yeah.
And then once they figure it out, then you just take it off and flush it down when you go in there, type shit. That would be fucking clutch for my cat. But there's no way he's doing that shit.
Yeah, I don't think you can train him to do that.
No, definitely not. There's a possibility, but he doesn't even like to go in the bathroom because once I turn the sink on or the shower on, he fucking bolts out of that bitch. So, I brought him home this weekend because I went to my parents this weekend, and usually I'd let him run around my car and whatever, but this time I was like, no, there is no way we were doing that this time because usually he fucking tries to jump. He tries to jump over my neck and sit on the back of my neck in between the headrests of my
Yeah.
car and my neck.
Yeah.
And then he'll try to sit on my lap and then go to the bottom of my feet where the pedals are. I'm like, hey, no, we're just not even
Yeah,
doing
it's
that
not
this
happening.
time. So put him in my little carrier thing. You can see all the way around it, and it's not a big deal. But on the way there, maybe 4 times on the way home, whole ride there or whole ride back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he did not like it on the way home. Also weird, but whatever. My seat. But my seat kept fucking dinging the seatbelt for my passenger because he must weigh a little bit too much that it registers on that. So I thought that was kind of funny.
That
But
is in the butt, yeah.
yep. But I suppose that's kind of it we got for
Yep.
this one. Thanks for tuning in to a shorter episode. We're going to have a bunch of content coming this upcoming week on Instagram as well as TikTok. Make sure to, if you're watching this on YouTube, to hit that subscribe button below. If you're watching this on Spotify podcast, make sure to make that heart green and like us on there as well. Thanks for tuning in as always, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.
Peace.
in. I'd like us to move in.